Hello everyone. Today we will discuss about the structure and function of cells. Cells are the structural and functional unit of our life that I have already discussed with you in our last class. So today I will discuss about the structure of a typical cell. See, you can see here I have drawn one cell out here. So these cells are basically having four structures. See, outer one, you can see this one, I can label it as cell wall. Second layer, you can see it is a cell membrane. Third structure is your cytoplasm, which is extended from your cell membrane till the nuclear membrane. This one is the nucleus and this is the cell membrane. So in between these, the jelly-like structure that is called cytoplasm. So I am just pointing out here cytoplasm. And the fourth important structure is the brain of a cell, that is your nucleus. The spherical central body, that is your nucleus. So these are the four basic structures which are present in every cell. Among these, the cell wall is the characteristic features of a plant cell as well as a bacteria cell. So this cell wall is not present in animal cell. I hope you understand this. So in animal cell, cell membrane, cytoplasm and nucleus, these three structures are present. But in case of plant cell, your cell wall is present. But in case of animal cell, cell wall is absent. This point you always keep it in mind. Now let us discuss about each and every component's structure and function. Like first let me discuss about the cell membrane. Cell membrane is the, let me rub the cell wall so it will be easier for you to understand. This outermost layer now, this layer I can call it as cell membrane. Cell membrane is also known as plasma membrane. This name please copy in your exercise book. Cell membrane is also known as plasma membrane, and the nature of the cell membrane is selectively permeable. Please write the word selectively permeable. So what is the meaning of selectively permeable? Selectively permeability or selectively permeable is the characteristic features of a cell membrane. That means this cell membrane, it allows only few selected biomolecules to cross across it. The fluid which is present outside the cell is called as extracellular fluid. Extracellular fluid, and the fluid present inside the cell here is called as intracellular fluid. So there is the exchange of materials from inside to outside or outside to inside. So this movement is controlled by plasma membrane. How it is controlled? Selectively. Means all the biomolecules are not allowed to pass through the cell membrane. Only few selected biomolecules will be allowed to pass through across the cell membrane. This nature of cell membrane or plasma membrane is said to be selectively permeability or selectively permeable. This is the feature of cell membrane or plasma membrane. Please know this. Second point, cell membrane is composed of three layers. The three layers are protein, in between lipid, again protein, which is called as PLP. See here, PLP, protein lipid protein model. If you zoom the cell membrane under microscope, not with compound microscope, electron microscope, you will be having this kind of structure of a cell membrane. Almost this kind of structure. So here this layer is lipid layer, this middle layer is lipid layer, and this one is protein, inside also protein. So protein, lipid, protein, PLP. So this PLP model or protein, lipid, protein layer is present in cell membrane or plasma membrane. Now let us talk about the cytoplasm. What is cytoplasm? Cytoplasm is the jelly-like structure which is extended from cell membrane till nuclear membrane. Just now I have told you, cytoplasm is extended from plasma membrane, means cell membrane, till nuclear membrane. So this entire area is covered by a jelly-like structure which is called as cytoplasm. This cytoplasm is the house of all biochemical reactions which occurs inside a cell. So whatever biochemical reactions are going on, that occurs in the cytoplasm. What is the nature of the cytoplasm? Jelly-like structure. It is kind of jelly. Cytoplasm contains different types of components. These components are broadly classified into two categories. So let me write these categories. So the cytoplasmic components are of two types. One is your cell organelles and second one is your cell inclusions. Cell organelles and cell inclusions. So what are the cell organelles? Cell organelles are the living components or the living parts of the cytoplasm are called as cell organelles. Examples: mitochondria, Golgi complex, please write these names. Then is your endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, so even ribosomes. So these are, even nucleus also falls under this, because nucleus, it floats in the cytoplasm. So these are the few examples of cell organelles, that is living parts. Cell inclusions, non-living parts. What are these non-living parts? Basically food components, carbohydrate, proteins, you already know the names, fats, vitamins, minerals, whatever these non-living components are present in the cell is called as cell inclusions. So this is all about cytoplasm which you need to know till now. Please write this one, take one screenshot, so it will be easier for you to understand. Then third one we have to discuss is about nucleus. Nucleus is also known as the brain of a cell. Nucleus, one of the very important component. Nucleus is also called as brain of a cell. Why brain of a cell? Like your brain controls all the activity which you do. Similarly, whatever activity a cell does, all these activities are controlled by your nucleus. So this is the nucleus. this nucleus is having 4 components. You can compare the components as like the components of cell. A cell is having cell membrane. Similarly, a nucleus is having nuclear membrane. Just compare this. Cell is having cell membrane. Nucleus is having nuclear membrane. Cell is having cytoplasm. Nucleus is having nucleoplasm. Both are jelly-like structure. Then here nucleus is having one thread-like structure spread all around the nucleus, is called as nuclear reticulum. These names you have to remember. Nuclear reticulum. Reticulum means the structure which looks like thread, reticulum. And fourth is nucleolus. It's a kind of spherical protein balls which is called as nucleolus, composed of proteins and RNA. So this is nucleolus. So these are the 4 components of a nucleus which you need to know. Among them, nuclear membrane is one of the nuclear reticulum is one of the most important component, because this nuclear reticulum is nothing but the chromosome. In higher classes, I will be teaching you about this detailed structure of chromosomes, how they are looking, what are the structure of chromosome. I will be teaching you in higher classes. So for class 7 and 8, these names are only enough for you. This nuclear membrane, this is also one of the vital point, because depending upon the presence and absence of nuclear membrane, not only the nuclear membrane, there are so other factors. Still, nuclear membrane presence or absence makes a cell two categories, divides the cell into 2 categories. If nuclear membrane is present in a cell, that kind of cell is called as eukaryotic cell. So I am writing here eukaryotic. The cells which contains nuclear membrane is called as eukaryotic cell, and also called as true nucleus. True. The cells which are having nuclear membrane are called as true nucleus, and the cells which are lack in nuclear membrane, the cells which do not have nuclear membrane, are called as prokaryotic or prokaryotes, prokaryotic cells. Here eukaryotic and prokaryotic. Karyotic means nucleus. The meaning of karyotic means nucleus, and U means new, pro means old. Old type of nucleus, that means do not have nuclear membrane, and here U means new kind of nucleus having the nuclear membrane. So we human beings, we are eukaryotic, plants are eukaryotic, bacteria are prokaryotic, old version of nucleus. So this much you practice, understand, copy in your exercises. If you have any problem, please text me in the group. Thank you very much. Please take a screenshot.